I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I'll make mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute.
Too far. Back up. Back up. Yes. Good boy.
And I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream. Live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team. I've been tied to the scene.
Hi guys, so we are going to try to see if we can manage to do this video today. So this video may take a few days to get together, but we'll find out. So a lot of you have been asking me, how do you train for the heart rate alerts and the blood pressure alerts? And so essentially it's just scent training, just like they do with diabetic alert dogs. And so what I have got set up, of course you're going to want a Sharpie. I can't seem to find one at the moment, but you're going to want Ziploc bags. So I've got one of each color right now, just so I can keep track of the readings separately and so I can get a Sharpie. But you would write the date and the time along with your blood pressure, your heart rate reading on the bag. And so then I've got Q-tips. So I'm going to use the Q-tips to swab the back of my gums. And so I'm going to get up, not my teeth, not my tongue. I'm going to get up in my gums, back here, above my teeth, and I'm going to swab all in that to get that scent. And then I've got pieces of gauze that I'm going to take and I'm going to wipe my skin with. So you don't want to wipe the super smelly places. So like you're not going to want to wipe your armpits, or you're not going to wipe anywhere where you have like a strong odor, because that will cover up the smell that we're trying to get. So, you know, maybe up here a little bit on your arms, your neck, you know, down. You're just wanting to capture the scent that your body is producing when your blood pressure drops or your heart rate gets high. And so once you do that, you will put it in your bag. And so then you'll use the bag for training. But this, of course, is step one. We have to get the samples in order to be able to do the training. You will have to ignore me. I've been sick the last few days. So first thing, we're going to take blood pressure. So right now my blood pressure is not as low as I would like it to be for the samples. So we're going to wait, and I'm going to check it again here in a little while because I want lower readings for these samples. So I just did some samples, and I'm going to show you why. So I've got 2 Q-tips and a piece of gauze sealed in this bag. And so let me redo this so I can show you. So I had a reading of 89/40 with a heart of 78. So that is a little lower. So at that point, I decided to go ahead and do it because I want to teach her to alert at a certain point before I get too low. And so after I finished the samples, I took my blood pressure again to make sure that like my blood pressure didn't change too much during the sample taking. And so right after the samples were taken, I was 89/41 with a heart of 82. So this bag, I will label 89/41. And, oh, that's the wrong bag. I will label 89/41. And we will use that to start the scent training. And of course, we're going to get lower and lower and lower. The more lower readings I can get, but this will be our basic start because for me, I bottom out extremely fast. So what I want to be able to do is teach her to alert before I get too low. So I will try to set this up again for y'all in a little bit and get it on video on how I get the next set of samples. Okay, so it went from 88/44 to 96/45 while I was taking these samples. So I am going to end up discarding these samples because it did go up in the midst of me taking it. So 88/44 was still in that alert range that I want her to be able to do, but 96/45 is a little higher than what I'm wanting her to alert to. But that would essentially be how you would do the sample taking. And so for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I move around and things like that, it does affect my blood pressure. And so I cannot stand up. So since it does affect my blood pressure, that's why I'm double checking it afterwards. But essentially, that is what you would do to take your sample. You just want to make sure that after you take your sample, that whatever your reading is still in about the same range as when you started. So with that one, I ended with 96/45. But I started with 88/44. So I'm going to call that a trash sample, and I am going to toss that sample because, again, it's starting to go up there is not where I want her alert zone to be in. So I want her to be able to alert lower than that. So we're just going to bypass that sample, but that is how you would go about taking the samples.